Stitcher, back for another weekly cross stitching update. Sorry, I slapped my leg. That was kind of loud. It's been a week and I'm here with some fun things to show today. I'm feeling kind of chaotic right now, but it's okay. We'll just call it high energy. I have a finish, I have a new start, I have a couple whips, and I have some fully finished items to share today. So first I will start with my finish, which is MC $18.99 from Hands Across the Sea. This was a free chart Nicola gave us for Christmas. It's through her Facebook group, Friends of Hands Across the Sea. Anyone can join, anyone can get this chart. It was super fun to stitch. All of that is Smyrna crosses on the border, and then all this in the center is also Smyrna crosses. They go really quickly. This chart went super fast. It's really adorable. I stitched it on 46 count Little Bunny from XJU Designs. I think the color I used was $4.99 in SWA 103. I would like to finish this on a little pillow, and I want to do the edge with like the crinkled ribbon. I have never done that though. I know that Carrie, I believe it was Carrie Tiger Lily Studio Stitches. She has a tutorial and I've watched it before and it looked really easy. So I would like to try to do that. I just need to find some ribbon, but it's so cute. I had a lot of fun stitching it. And this is my fourth Hands Across the Sea finish this year. It's my third red finish of the year too, my third red sampler. All of the red samplers I've stitched this year are Hands Across the Sea, but it was so fun. So that's kind of exciting. So there is my finish. And then I have a few FFOs. These two little pillows are, I'm kind of far away, are from Plum Street Sampler, but I can't remember the chart name. I stitched these on 36 count up in the attic from Fox and Rabbit with overdyes from my stash. Don't remember the colors. I know that the green was a cottage garden. And then I just finished them with some green, and they are stuffed completely with walnut shells. Yeah, because they're really tiny, so I wanted them to be a bit heavy in the bowl. They're so cute. I love them. They're little buddies, and I wanted to keep them really simple in the finishing so that they looked kind of primitive, and I love them so much. Okay, and then I also finished this pillow. This was a finish earlier this month. Yeah. Called Dash Away All from Calico Confectionery on Etsy. I stitched this on 40 count cream and sugar from Fiber on a Whim with SWA 103 in the color 664. Pretty sure it was 664. It could have been 681, but I can't remember for sure. I just finished this with a little red plaid and some chenille. It's really cute. I stuffed this with a mixture of polyfill, walnut shells, and sawdust. And then the last FFO was a stitch that I did earlier this year, maybe July time. It's also stitched with a mixture of polyfill, walnut shells, and don't look at the bottom. It's not completely like together. And sawdust. I stitched this with, this is a Plum Street Samplers, but I cannot remember the chart name. It was given to me from Audrey, Stitch Bead. And I know I passed the stash. I passed this chart to somebody else. So I don't have it anymore. And I can't remember what the name of it was. But I used floss from Stash. I love the black coat on this one. It's just different. And I finished it with a little green on the back and some white cording. I did not make this cording, but after finishing this with cording, I would like to do cording more. And I thought maybe I could get one of those like cording makers. Drill. I can't remember what they're called. I know Kreinig makes one that you like hand wind. But yeah. So I did some fully finishing and some finishing this week, which is very exciting. Okay. Let's talk about my whips. Let's talk about whips, baby. Okay. First whip I worked on was Blizzard from Stacey Nash, who is actually a fox that I thought was a cat. The jury's still out on that. I am stitching him, whoopsie, on 40 count. I can't remember. 30 U from Dames of the Needle. So not a ton since you last saw him. I got some more in his leg done and in this leg, and then I started on his sweater, and I did make a little change to the sweater. So the called for color is Seafoam from Weeks Dye Works. But I was digging through my threads, kitting up another project, and I remembered that I got this speckled minty thread from the one and only Roxy Floss thread club that I received. It is called Mint Chip. And I thought, what better time to use this color? When else am I going to use it other than maybe something Eastery? So I'm using that to stitch his sweater, and I think it's turning out so cute. Like a speckled yarn little knitted sweater. I wish more dyers would do speckled threads. They are really fun to stitch with. I love the effect. So I'm loving stitching on him. He's super, super cute. And this thread is a lot of fun. If any of you know other dyers that do speckled threads, let me know, because I would like to do more speckled threads. They are really fun. Okay, and then I really didn't work on much this week, did I? And then another whip I worked on is my Christmas Hands Across the Sea, which is Threads of Christmas Past. This one. And it's still in the hoop, but I didn't do a ton. I finished getting the border around this corner and brought the border all the way across. And then I just kept getting distracted by my animal crackers. My hair is really bugging me today. But I love this one so much. It's so pretty. Oh, what am I stitching it on? 46 count light hazelnut from XJU Designs. Okay, and then I had a new start. And I only have the PDF. So I started Pennsylvania Christmas 2 from Shakespeare's Peddler. I started this smaller pillow up top with the two birds. And are those two birds at the top too? Yeah. I was thinking it was a bell for some reason. And I wanted to start this one because I had gotten the silk that I needed at the attic, and I had this fabric since this summer, and I was dying to try it. So here is what it looks like. Come on, tag, get out of there. This is called Sweeney Red from Dames of the Needle. I got this cut from Kitten Stitcher. It's amazing. It's the most beautiful red ever, I think. It looks incredible. I'm using SWA 103 in the color cream. It's stunning. When I had this in the hoop and on my stand and I had it sitting on the table, my husband was walking past it and he was like, whoa, that's really cool. I like it. So this fabric I will use exclusively for all these Shakespeare's Peddlers pillows because there are, I think, 3 charts that use the red. So that one's really, really fun. And that is everything I stitched, including my finish right there. So I did also put together these 2 into, like I've sewn them into their pillows, but I ran out of sawdust. So waiting for sawdust to be able to finish all my pillows. Okay. Do I have haul? My haul is kind of weird. I was going through all of my Christmas charts and I realized that I bought these a long time ago and I never showed them. They are the Birds of a Feather Christmas stockings. So this is the ice skating girl. This is the angel with her bare feet out. Santa, skinny Santa, he needs more cookies. And the snowman. I don't know why I never showed these, but I love these charts. They're so funky and cool, but there's only 4 and I have 5 people in my family. So what I was thinking was maybe, not this one. Since I have 2 girls and 1 boy, this one would be my husband's and the snowman would be my son's. So what I was thinking is trying to morph this Santa and this girl and create like a Mrs. Claus for mine. I could put, yeah, I feel like it wouldn't be too hard. Use the girl's body, but Santa's colors. And instead of her like long ponytail, do like white hair and do the Santa hat and like make it Mrs. Claus somehow. I feel like that wouldn't be too hard. And then in the bottom toe, I could put, Santa's got a reindeer. I could put like an elf or I don't even know. I feel like I could figure something out. It wouldn't be too hard to turn her into a Mrs. Claus for me. So there's an idea. Oh, I did have this little haul. I bought the Jim Shore 12 Days of Christmas. I love Jim Shore, and I have not started any 12 Days of Christmas projects yet. I thought these would be really cute stitched individually and just like in a big bowl as pillows or something, or maybe turned into ornaments and on a little tree. Undecided, but they're stitched on, I'm pretty sure they're stitched on 32. I wouldn't stitch them on 32 because I want them to be small because they're quite large. It says in a pillow, they're 100 by 100 if you do the yellow border that's around each of them. That's quite big for an ornament or a pillow. So I would probably do them at least on 40 count. But the problem is they have a ton of beads, and I didn't realize that they had so many beads. So, but what is nice is the chart in the back, the color graph. So here's all the beads. It tells you what color the bead is, but it also gives you a thread. Like you also have a thread that coincides. So what I would do is probably where it says put a bead, just find the matching thread color and just do thread. I did pull all of the colors for these. There are a lot. Basically every color in the rainbow. I don't even know if I could get them all up. I mean, there's so many colors. But it's all DMC. I had a fabric kind of pulled out, but I just couldn't bring myself to start it. I had pulled 40 count scrimshaw from Cedar River because I have a half yard of it and it's very yellowy. It's like a creamy white yellow tinted color, which might be okay for those. I just couldn't bring myself to start it for some reason. So that is all my haul. Oh, I did get some digital patterns. I'll show those because those are really cute. I got an ornament because Laura showed it on her and Brenda's video, their most recent video. Laura showed it and I thought it was adorable. Where is it? Well, it's not going to show up on my thing yet. Oh my heck. This is just going to be annoying. I don't remember my passwords to all these. Okay. Oh my heck, why just show me my stuff that I've bought? Okay. So this is the chart that Laura showed on her video. It's a little ornament. I love his quilted hat. He's so cute. With his rosy little cheeks. It is called Santa Ornament 2022 from Acadia Stitchery. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of blurry. On Etsy. So I did get that ornament. And then this is very like not my usual type of stitching, but Priscilla from Stitching Housewives released this chart, and I normally do not care for their things much, but I love this. It is so cute. I love that Santa and the reindeer. So my thing was, I was undecided on if I would stitch Santa and the reindeer separate and do like stand-ups, or it's pretty small. I could just stitch it and it would fit, if I stitched it on 36 count, it would fit perfect in a standard like 8x10 frame. I'll probably end up doing that. It's so cute. I definitely won't be stitching it on black. I cannot stitch on black. No way. So I pulled colors. Only a couple are the actual called for. The others I pulled from Stash. So these are the reindeer colors. These are like their cheeks and things. Santa's colors and the tree, the belt, the snow, Santa's beard, and then the snowflakes. And I was thinking, I have this mega piece of 36 count baked clay from Fox and Rabbit. I feel kind of badly cutting into this giant piece just for this little thing, but I just really like the way the colors look on it. So that might be a start very soon this week because I think it's really cute. Very not my usual stitching either. And then I did forget to mention that I did I think I did mention that I did the Jingle Ball last week, but I did not say what I actually got from the Jingle Ball. So I will show you. Where are you? Okay. I got the Stacy Nash Animal Cracker, of course, sugar. That fat skunk. It's really big too. This is a big animal cracker. I'm stitching on 40. I stitch all my animal crackers on 40, but this one for sure because it's huge, but it's so cute. So I pulled all the colors. I had thought that maybe I would change, well, some of the colors are a bit different. Like I'm subbing a few that I either didn't have or I liked the color better. But the sweater is the called for colors. I thought about changing the sweater from green to red, like a Christmas red. But then I remember Ginger, that little mouse, is stitched in a green dress, but I saw Carolyn from the attic stitching her in a red dress. And I thought, when that one releases, I'd rather stitch it in a red dress, and I don't want 2 animal crackers in red for Christmas. So I'll probably leave the sweater green on the skunk. And then it's stitched on Weeks parchment. So I have this little spare cut of Dust Bunny from Fox and Rabbit or Cream and Sugar from Fiber on a Whim. So it'll go on one of these. I'm not sure which yet. It doesn't really matter because it doesn't show much. So it'll go on one of those. And I really want to start that one. It's so cute. Okay. Plans. I have a little bit of plans. So you saw potentially starting that Housewives Santa and Sugar the skunk, but I actually did finalize my pick for my Christmas red sampler start. I'm stealing this tradition from Audrey. Stitch, Stitch, Bead. I think I've said her name 500 times in my videos. You have to know her by now. If you haven't gone to watch her, what are you doing? Anyways, she starts a red sampler on Christmas, and I stole that idea because I want it. And I picked my red sampler. I'm going to start a Stitch in Time Saves 9, 1886. This was an exclusive for Hobart. The Cross Stitch Shop, A Stitch in Time. I love all these borders. So beautiful. So I have chosen my fabric, which is going to be 46 count XJU Designs Morning Coffee. It's this beautiful, rich, dark brown. And I'm going to stitch it. I think this might even be the called for color. Yes, in the called for color, which is 103,664. So it will look like this. Beautiful. All my red samplers are on light colors so far, so I am excited to have one on a darker color. So that is my plans for Christmas starts next week. Christmas is next week, you guys. Unreal. I'm not ready. I'm never ready. Oh, okay. I painted my nails. I was painting my girls' nails white and red for Christmas, and I thought, oh, well, 'tis the season. So it feels good to have some painted nails again. I feel like a lady. Okay, so really that's all of my plans. This week is going to be very chaotic. I'm just going to stitch when I can and be grateful for that. We've danced tonight, and tomorrow I have dance basically all day is what it feels like. My youngest daughter has her Christmas performance in the morning, and then we get her home and she has school. And then that evening, I have to drive into town to take my middle daughter to her dance. They have this special choreographer coming to do some kind of special class for the teams. So she gets to do that for an hour while I just stitch in the car or something, I guess. And then bring her back home for 2 hours and then go back down for her Christmas performance at 8. So I'm just going to be driving all day, driving around, sitting in the car. It's going to be just dance running my life day. So that's a little frustrating. But after that, we're done for 2 weeks. That'll be nice. Sorry, I feel like I'm really fidgety today, but I can't sit still. And then Thursday, my 4-year-old has dental surgery Thursday morning, bright and early at 6 a.m. I've not told her because I don't want her stressing out about it all week. But yeah, I have to take her to like an actual surgical center to be put under anesthesia to have some dental work done. And I'm not excited about it at all. Of course, it has to be right at Christmas time when we're eating all the things and paying for all the things. I have a hair stuck somewhere. It's bugging me. Stuck in my eyes. So that's really great. We have to do that on Thursday. And then Saturday, we've got a dance Christmas party for like the girls in the morning. And that night I have a family Christmas party with my extended family. So it's just going to be a very busy week, as is the holiday time. It's fine. It's all in the name of fun, right? This past weekend was my son's birthday. He is 11. Barf. And he loved all of his gifts. He went out on Sunday and used his gift with his dad and with my husband and my dad. They went out together and spent the afternoon, and he had a great time. And then he got all the Nintendo monies too and spent them all already. He has no chill. It's okay. Neither do I. I'm trying to figure out my Christmas menu. What do you all eat? What's your favorite thing to eat on Christmas Eve? I was going to do make your own mini pizzas because children in the house, and then remembered that we're going to a family Christmas party the night before where there's pizza. So I don't want to do pizza 2 nights in a row. So I'm trying to figure out what to do for Christmas Eve dinner. So tell me, what is your favorite and your kids' favorites? Like, what was their favorite things to have at Christmas Eve for dinner? Christmas Day, we're going to do a prime rib. I'm very excited about it. We've never done a prime rib. And we'll just do like some sides with it. And I'm going to make a lemon meringue pie because that's one of our favorite desserts and it's easy. We're going to decorate sugar cookies on Christmas Eve night for Santa, obviously. So yeah, give me some of your best Christmas Eve dinner ideas because I am stumped and I don't want it to be really labor intensive and I want my kids to actually eat it. So help me. I really think that is it. I didn't have a whole lot to show. Oh, I do have shows though. Let's talk shows. I have been watching so much Christmas movies. So many Christmas movies. It's been wonderful. Where are my movie notes? Okay. We've watched The Family Stone, Love Actually, The Grinch, Home Alone, The Christmas with the Cranks, The Polar Express, Four Christmases, and I thought I watched another one, but I can't remember now. But we've been loving watching all the Christmas movies, and I feel like I'm saving them. Like, I don't know what I'm saving them for. Christmas is next week. But like, Christmas Vacation is my favorite, and I haven't watched it yet because I'm like saving it. I don't know why. I thought I watched, maybe it was just Love Actually. Oh, and The Holiday. I watched that too. Okay, so some other non-Christmas related shows we watched. We watched I Like Me, which is a documentary about, did I talk about this? Maybe I talked about this or maybe I told somebody else about it. A documentary about John Candy. And it was so good. I never knew John Candy when I was like old enough to know who he was before he had died. I'd known him from shows, obviously, from movies, but like I didn't know anything about him because I was a very small child when he passed. And this documentary was so good. Just seeing all of his friends, his comedian friends, and his kids and his wife and everybody talking about him and stuff, and just seeing the kind of person he was in this. It was very sweet. It was a very sweet documentary. It was very emotion provoking. It was a really good documentary. I definitely recommend you watch it. That was on Prime. And then I watched Sean Combs' The Reckoning on Netflix, which was 50 Cent's documentary about Diddy. And what's so crazy about this is is that the footage, all this footage in this documentary is from a videography team that Diddy hired to follow him around after he was indicted for all of his stuff. He hired a videographer team to follow him around, and then he was convicted and went to jail, and somehow 50 Cent has ended up with all this footage. It's just so funny, like Diddy filmed his own hit piece kind of a thing. It was very interesting. I did watch the one on HBO a long time ago, early this summer maybe. So there was a lot of repeating information, but all this videographer footage like going on while he was on trial for all this was very interesting to see. And it's really funny because 50 Cent's been waiting years and years and years and years for his moment to get back at Diddy. He believes Diddy had his best friend murdered a long time ago. And so he's been like waiting for his moment to get back at him. And he has been doing only interviews on ABC about the reckoning. He's only been interviewing on ABC, he said, because he knows that's the only news channel that the prison gets. And he wants Diddy to see. I think that's so funny. Anyways, it was very interesting. And then we started a new show on Netflix called The Abandons. It is like a Western kind of show with, I can never remember her name, but she played Cersei Lannister on Game of Thrones. And I can't remember the two main gals' names. And I think we're only like an episode, maybe 2 episodes in, an episode and a half in. And I can tell it's good. I like the premise of it. The one thing that's bugging me about it though is the 2 main women have had so much done, which, you know, do what you want, but it makes it so they have no expression. Like they have nothing. It's just like they're giving face the whole show. And I'm like, you're supposed to be like 1844 New Mexico, or like wherever we are, and you don't fit the scene. And that's what's really bugging me about new shows is all these celebrities have had so much work done on their face, they have no expression and they don't look like they fit wherever they are in these shows. It's just they're giving face, it's dead face, and they don't fit. You don't fit in 1800s Victorian whatever. You don't fit. And so that's kind of pulling me out of enjoying it as much as I would. It's a superficial thing, I know, but I can tell the premise of the show is good, so we will continue it. But right now we're just kind of like in Christmas mode and football mode. We watch a ton of football. My Bills won on Sunday, broke the Pats 10-game winning streak. I'm very pleased about it. And who else did we watch? We watched the Vikings game last night. Also the Bears won too. So lots of good games, lots of good football happening. And really that's all we've been watching. Football and Christmas, and those other shows was earlier in the week before we started watching Christmas stuff. So that is all I have to blab about to you today. Please let me know ideas of your favorite Christmas Eve foods. Please let me know. I really need something to plan for Christmas Eve. And wish me luck to get through this chaotic week that I have. And I hope you guys are having a much less chaotic week and you're doing all the stitching you want. And I hope to see you next week before Christmas. But just in case, I hope you have a Merry, Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.